Hello, we are watching the news broadcast daily, and following are today's headlines.
Prime Minister Nguyen Dung asks VietinBank to scale up operations. Russian author publishes book about Vietnam in Vietnamese. Foreign arrivals surge in busiest June.
Prime Minister Nguyen Dung has urged VietinBank to take drastic measures to make it a large-scale commercial bank which operates safely and effectively in the banking system.
Prime Minister Dung attended a ceremony in Hanoi on July 8th on the occasion of the 40th anniversary of the Vietnam Joint Stock Commercial Bank for Industry and Trade, or VietinBank. He asked VietinBank to make efforts to meet the requirements to compete domestically and internationally, meeting regional governance, technology and competitiveness standards. The government leader directed the bank to soon improve its scale, financial capacity and assets, as well as renovate its banking administrative system in accordance with international standards. He added VietinBank should strengthen its restructuring and develop new business strategy in line with the country's socio-economic development condition. VietinBank has a network of 160 exchange offices, branches and affiliates, over 1,000 exchange bureaus nationwide, and 3 overseas branches. By the end of 2012, the bank's total value of its assets surpassed 503 trillion Vietnam dong. Its credit balance and investment reached nearly 470 trillion Vietnam dong.
6 booths of made-in-Vietnam products have attracted visitors and consumers at the recent fair in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Let's have a look.
The Consumer Goods Fair, which closed on July 7, featured more than 200 booths with many kinds of goods items, ranging from construction materials, farm produce, electronics, to fine arts, souvenirs, children's toys, footwear, and food. During the event, the Vietnamese Embassy in Sri Lanka and Vietnamese businesses held activities to introduce Vietnam's tourism potentials as well as consumer products to visitors. The embassy also organized a get-together between Vietnamese and Sri Lankan businesses to help them establish contacts. At the event, many Vietnamese businesses found partners to market their goods in Sri Lanka.
A book on Vietnam by a Russian scholar has made its debut in Hanoi recently. The book brings to local readers the views of foreigners on the Southeast Asian nation.
The book, Vietnam, the Land of Dragons and Fairies, by Daria Misukova, was first published in Russian in 2007 and reprinted in 2010. Professor Ha Minh-Đức, one of Vietnam's leading scholars, said it is considered one of the most interesting books on Vietnam in Russia at present. The book provides a detailed description on Vietnamese culture, country, and people. It offers a positive image of Vietnam and helps promote the country's culture and tourism among foreign friends. The Vietnamese version has been done by the author herself, who is an expert in Oriental and Vietnamese studies. Vietnam, the Land of Dragons and Fairies, provides readers with the richness and diversity of Vietnamese culture and the country's unique cultural values. The book promotes the beauty of Vietnamese culture. Daria Misukova started writing on the book in the summer of 2006 and completed it 3 months later. Before that, she has spent over 10 years studying Vietnamese, conducted research on Vietnamese culture, and made field trips in almost all cities and provinces in Vietnam. The author of the book has done all what an author needs to write about Vietnamese touring culture, using her artistic sense of the country and its people. The Russian scholar has published 4 books, 3 of which are on the theme of Vietnam. She has been awarded with numerous insignia for her contribution to the development of Vietnam's culture, sports, and tourism.
Vietnamese contestants reaped 7 certificates of excellence in an international vocational competition that took place recently in the German city of Leipzig. We have more.
Vietnam sent 13 vocational students to the 42nd World Skills Competition. The students displayed proficiency in cooking, restaurant services, fashion, web design, information technology solutions, plumbing, refrigeration and air conditioning, electrical installations, electronics, and carpentry. Deputy Head of the General Department of Vocational Training, Cao Văn Sâm said, during the competition, Vietnamese contestants spared no effort and made much progress in their skills. Vietnam's achievements at the World Skills Competition have contributed to improving the position of the country's vocational training sector in the Southeast Asian region and the world at large. The contest commenced on June 2nd and ended on June 7th. It drew the participation of more than 1,000 candidates from 65 countries and territories. They competed across 46 vocations.
More than 567,000 foreign visitors arrived in Vietnam in June, a 30% rise over the same month last year, according to the General Statistics Office.
The total number of foreign arrivals during the first 6 months of the year exceeded 3.54 million, a year-on-year rise of 2.6%. Tourists from Russia saw a 58% rise in number, followed by those from Thailand, Indonesia, and mainland China. The tourist sector expects to receive about 7.2 million foreign visitors this year, an increase of 5.15%, and to serve about 35 million domestic tourists, a surge of nearly 7.7%. Foreign visitors spend an average of 9 days in Vietnam. They also poured a relatively big amount of foreign currency into the economy, spending an average of $1,002 per arrival last year, much higher than in 2005, when the average spending was $661 per arrival. Tourists paid the most for accommodations, followed by food, travel, and goods purchasing. Tourists from Japan spent the most, $167 per day per person. They were followed by those from Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, the Republic of Korea, Thailand, and the Philippines.
It has been said that young people are turning their backs on reading. However, it is a fact that the culture of reading always exists regardless of modern life.
Statistics released by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism show each Vietnamese reads 0.8 books per year. The rate is 0.38 at public libraries and 0 in remote areas. The figures surprise many, posing a question whether young people are staying away from reading. Nguyễn Thị Thanh Thảo from Hanoi's Thanh Xuân district is looking for her favorite books at a book fair in the capital city. She hopes to find a classic book that she hasn't possessed. I'm looking for my favorite classic books, but it's very hard to find one. Flocking to the book fair are mostly youngsters. Đặng Thu Linh from Hoàn Kiếm district in Hanoi rarely misses book fairs like that, and this is where they can find precious books at suitable prices. There are many options for me at book fairs, and I can buy my favorite books at low prices. I'm keen on science books, especially books on space technology. They give me a wide range of knowledge about the world. Many channels other than books are available for young people to access information, including radio, TV, and the Internet. However, youngsters still read books to gain specialized knowledge. I still see many students in bookshops near schools. They look so excited when delivering books. Many bestsellers with attractive covers but insipid content have circulated in recent time. Therefore, many readers feel time-consuming when reading those books. Young people access knowledge via many channels. As far as I'm concerned, the important thing is that what they absorb through those they read, and as many as they read. For me, as a publisher, publishing valuable books to guide young people is our crucial duty. There is still a huge demand for books. The key is coordination of all parties, including publishers, writers, media, family, schools, and society.
And that is the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.